one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence in remembrance of the U.S. servicemen and women who are overseas and continue to support us fighting there. Roll call.
Councilor Anderson.
Here.
Crow.
Here.
D'Arcangelo. Lucy. Kinnon. Matheson.
Here.
Murphy. Nestor. Spatafora. Altrino. Bucci.
Here. Okay, well, we have a very busy night tonight in terms of many things that are coming out from under suspension, so I'm going to ask for some indulgence as we try to reorganize ourselves and how we are going to handle each of these items. So, Madam Clerk. First.
Under suspension, docket rules ordered that the City of Malden submit to the Massachusetts Legislature for passage an act authorizing the City of Malden to convey an easement over a portion of certain parkland. Councilor Kinnon.
On Councilor Kinnon's request for suspending docket rules, all in favor? Aye. Councilor Kinnon for the paper.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. This is in order to send to public properties an easement over the property where down in South Broadway, where the owner is going to give us the ability to use his land, but in case he needs to go in there for utility purposes or anything like that later, he would have the right to go back in and fix those things. So if you're not familiar, it's the parking lot area down there, and what do we call that plaza now, Neil?
It's been called many things. Broadway
Stewart Plaza.
Broadway,
Yeah.
Raymond's, I remember Raymond's.
So that owner is allowing us to use his property, but that's what this is about, just to send it into public properties tonight. Thank you.
No lights on Councilor Kinnon's reference to refer it to public properties. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next order of business.
Resolved that it is the sense of the City Council that the Traffic Commission consider installation of a three-way stop sign at the intersection of Salem and Brentwood Streets. Councilor Bucci.
Thank you. I would just ask folks to support this, to pass this, to move to Traffic Commission for their further evaluation of the issues up on Salem Street between Kennedy Drive and Beach Street. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Next order of business.
Resolved that it is the sense of the City Council that the city develop a design and designate a chair in each municipal auditorium and stadium to remain empty in remembrance of American prisoners of war and soldiers missing in action. Councilors Nestor, Murphy, Bucci, Spatafora, and Altrino.
On the request for suspending docket rules, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On Councilor Nestor for the paper.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. This was an article that was in the Globe last week concerning different organizations and firms that have designated a certain spot or a certain chair to those who are missing in action or are still considered POWs. So I thought it was a great idea. I would like to roll this out across the city within all our auditoriums, and McDonald's Stadium have a certain section. I've spoken to the school committee for their spoken to the mayor, he's behind it, spoken to the school committee. A number of members said they would support it, and they'll bring it up on their docket next week. I've spoken to the director of public properties, Mr. Melanson, he's in favor of it as well. But I'd like to refer it over to the public properties just so we can put some ideas in and around what we'd like to have at each particular chair, whether it's a certain color or a plaque or some kind of symbol that chair will never be used again until those people return. So I would hope that we could support moving that over to public properties. Thank you.
Seeing no lights on Councilor Nestor's request for to refer this to public properties, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next order of business.
Under suspension of docket rules, ordered that the following budgetary revenue items be adopted as part of the fiscal 2013 budget. Stabilization, $875,615. Special revenue funds, $100,000. Sale of lots and graves, $165,000. Internal service fund, $2 million. Assessors overlay, $250,000. Technology fund, $240,000. Bear Trust, $114,787. Counselor Lucy.
On Council Lucy's request is to suspend docket rules. All in favor? Opposed? Council Lucy for the paper.
Thank you, Madam President. These items were voted on by the City Council in the past budget. Nothing has changed. The Department of Revenue has requested that the City Council formalize the vote, and they took out these 7 items. These items appeared on the budget as exactly as they appear before you tonight. This is in order we can go we'll be going to set the tax rate next week. This is part of the process. So it's a Department of Revenue request that we do this. And again, nothing has changed from what we voted on last June on these items. So I would ask the full council approval. Thank you.
Seeing no lights, this does require us to do a roll call.
Counselor Anderson. Crow. D'Angelo. Lucy. Kinnon. Matheson. Murphy. Nestor. Spatafora. Altrino. Bucci.
Yes,
So it's adopted.
it is adopted. Next order of business.
So this one's a committee report, so we just want to receive. The Standing Committee on Finance, to whom was referred paper number 425, series of 2012, having considered the same, make the following report. Ordered that the treasurer, with the approval of the mayor, be authorized to issue refunding bonds pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 44, Section 21A. Committee recommends that this paper be reported out favorably. Counselor Lucy for the committee.
On Council Lucy's request to receive the committee report, all in favor? Opposed? Council Lucy for the paper.
Thank you, Madam President. And again, this is something that is a win for the city because it's the failing of our controller and some others in government. Our bond rating in the next couple of weeks is going to improve, and by that bond rating improving, it can save us a lot of money on some of the things we've already bonded for in the past, and it could be substantial. So this just gives the treasurer, or someone doing it for the treasurer, the opportunity to go in and redo those bonds for a better rate.
Seeing no lights, this is going to require us to adopt this, and this would require a roll call.
Counselor Anderson. Crow. D'Angelo. Kinnon. Lucy. Matheson. Murphy. Nestor. Spatafora. Altrino. Bucci.
Yes. Adopted. Next order of business.
The Standing Committee on Appointments, to whom was referred papers number 366 C and D, series of 2012, having considered the same, make the following report. Appointment of Alice Alsami of 19 Washington Street and Jeanette Beal of 35 Walcott Street as council appointments to the Human Rights, Fair Housing, and Disability Issues Commission. Committee recommends that these nominees be confirmed. Counselor Lucy for the committee.
On Council Lucy's request to receive the committee report, all in favor? Opposed? Council Lucy for the appointments.
Thank you, Madam President. And again, the process that we have in place where we come and meet the particular candidates that for these appointments, sometimes it feels like you're getting bogged down with them, but when they come in and you actually get to see them and talk to them, it's makes you really appreciate the amazing people we have in this city. These 4 individuals bring a lot of different things to the table, and two are on the Human Rights, looking to get appointment to the Human Rights Commission, and 2 on the Cultural Council. But again, it's really appreciate meeting these people because just reminding some of the outstanding people we have living in the city. It was a unanimous vote on all 4, and I would ask this council for their full support. Thank you.
Seeing no lights on Council Lucy's request for appointment, this would require us to do a roll call.
Counselor Anderson. Crow. D'Angelo. Kinnon. Lucy.
Yes.
Matheson. Murphy. Nestor. Spatafora. Altrino. Bucci.
Yes.
The Standing Committee on Appointments, to whom was referred papers 310B and 420, series of 2012, having considered the same, make the following report. Mayor's appointment to the Cultural Council, Jean Danton, 18 Clarendon Street, Erica Field, 26 Upland Road. Committee recommends that these appointments be confirmed. Councilor Lucy for the committee.
On Councilor Lucy's request to receive the committee report, all in favor? Opposed? Councilor Lucy for the confirmation request.
Did I jump ahead on that? I would just ask, we met all these individuals and just ask the full support of the council. Thank you.
Seeing no lights, requires a roll call.
Councilor Anderson. Crow. D'Angelo. Lucy. Kinnon. Matheson. Murphy. Nestor. Spatafora. Altrino. Bucci.
Yes.
Docket is clear.
Docket is clear. Personal privilege, don't see any. Do want to announce that we are going into we do have a Public Properties Committee scheduled right after we adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Adjourned. All in favor? Aye.